welcome back to the KSS YouTube channel. On today's episode, the second part of the Turbo Del Sol, we're actually going to be finalizing and installing the turbo kit, the eBay turbo kit. So right now I'm just messing around with the regulator. Here it is right here. Now there's a problem. This is the bracket that you bolt on here to mount to your regulator. If you look at it, I put this on. It doesn't align with the fuel rail, the hole. So what I'm doing is I'm taking the original, where the damper I think it's a regulator, isn't it?
Yeah.
So I'm just taking the original regulator, putting it on, I'm gonna put it on like this. It lines up nice, you see the hole, and I'm just gonna use that as my template so I could drill the 2 holes in the new eBay kit bracket. And what I'm doing right now is just taking Teflon tape, and I'm gonna take these out, put Teflon tape on them because they're just on. They're NPT fittings, they wedge in and they'll seal, but I always put Teflon tape on NPT fittings. And yeah, Owen's just putting the oil pan right now, and they're gonna get onto timing and all the other stuff.
Timing, buttoning up, we gotta do the fuel pump. Yeah, we'll get that fuel rail on. We'll also have a little bit of an issue with the the oil drain. It's hitting the bracket a little bit because we welded the bung on the oil pan, but it's hitting the bracket a bit, so we'll just grind that off, make that fit, and then just hopefully no more setbacks from there, and just keep buttoning it up.
We're gonna be getting onto the fuel pump right now. We're gonna be taking the whole sending unit out of the Del Sol, like the original Del Sol sending unit, and then Owen got this pump here. It's a whole sending unit, but it's got a Walbro, Walbro 255 on it. So we're just gonna take it off that sending unit and strap it on to the original one. So Owen's gonna get on that right now.
So we just got the Walbro 255 swapped over from that other sending unit, and we're gonna throw it back together. Kevin's over there messing with the fuel rail, putting in the injectors, and then we found a spot to mount up the regulator. We found a little bolt hole right there. We might just use that, and then have our return line go to there.
Aiden's gonna just grind this part here on the block because
stock headers.
Eh?
It was for the stock headers.
Oh yeah? Okay.
Yeah. It's hitting our turbo, and however we clock it, it's still hitting. So it doesn't really matter. We'll just grind it a bit and slap the turbo kit on.
Let's go. We're done cutting the block. Now it's final assembly to the block to the head with the turbo manifold. We actually put a original gasket, like an OEM Honda gasket, because the eBay kit, they come with perforated steel or like these cardboard looking gaskets, and they're known to blow out all the time. So we replaced it with a actual OEM stainless or just steel gasket, which will last forever. All right, she's rolling.
Ready?
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Well, we're doing mobile mechanics on Owen's Sol. See what we could do. His oil line busted, so we got another one. We're gonna put it in, jack this up right now in a bus carpool area. So that's the KSS way. Okay, we got Owen's line out. He's right there. And here's the new one. It's just a spare that I had out of an Amazon kit, so I brought the Teflon tape with me. We're gonna go put that into the Del Sol right now. She's back and running, boys. We actually broke, there it is. We actually broke the AN fitting from the turbo on the flange. So I had to run home and get the extractor kit, and we had an extra flange. And then we put that on, and there's no oil leaks here. There's nothing dripping under the car, and all right, we're good to go, man. Right in the parking lot, son. Man, that's crazy. Right in the STO bus parking lot, parking lot.
So we're about 3-4 days after recording last time. We went through a few hiccups. First drive, we went out and the coil and the distributor stopped working. So we just had a huge bang. Thought we blew up the engine, but thankfully it was just no spark. And after we fixed that, next day I'm trying to drive the car home and our oil feed line bursted out right here. Gave my engine bay a nice oil bath. Yeah. It was quite crazy. So and then me and Aiden, which is actually recording the video right now, we went and pushed this thing, I don't know.
About a kilometer.
Oh, over a kilometer.
On the side of the highway.
Side of the highway.
At like 11 o'clock.
It's so late.
Yeah.
We went and put it at a park and go for the buses there. And then me and Kevin went back this morning and actually just changed out the feed line. And it wasn't too hard at all. And then now we're back installing the wideband because tuning was an absolute nightmare without it. But
yeah, there's something wrong with the sensor. It's like it's
my O2 sensor.
It's not reading. It's reading like minimum 10, maximum 12.
Exactly.
So we don't know what our readings are. So we can't
just
tune
blind
like that.
Tuning.
Yeah.
Too dangerous. But here, come look over here. We're sticking the gauge actually in the cluster, which will be pretty sweet.
Yeah. So we picked up a AEM wideband. Kevin's installing that right now.
So
where's it at?
Aiden just took the whole thing apart because I mean he has his Del Sol, he knows how to work on these things. What I did was I just took this, I put it about where it needs to be with the this frame and everything.
And this is what it's replacing. So the clock, and it tells me if like my mirrors or doors are open. And
stuff like that.
Then the so I just drilled the holes. I saw about where they need to go, and it actually fit in perfectly. And it's gonna be like that. Right in the
I've seen it on Instagram and it looks really, really good when people do that.
It looks so stock.
Yeah.
Like it looks factory. But so I got those holes done, but now I'm just making holes for the wires to actually power the wideband or the gauge. So that's what we're on right now, and then we're gonna wire it up and we're going cruising. We're gonna go cruise and tune tonight.
Have an actual tune.
Yeah. Because it actually helps with the wideband since we tap mine in, which
also we're tapping it in the ECU.
Yeah. I should have left it on. Or off. But you got your analog plugs from Hondata. They come with your your chip or your ECU, and you just run it in. And so I just cut this out and taped it so it doesn't rub or anything. And so you're gonna have your analog power to the ECU, and then your analog ground to the ECU. And I just did these quick connects in case you want to take the ECU out instead of just soldering them and then you gotta chop your wires. That'd be just dumb.
Yeah.
So you just disconnect them, take your ECU out, service, or swap it into another car or whatever. So yeah,
that's kind of where we're at right now with the Del Sol.
Yeah. And this is almost a week since the last part that you guys saw.
Yeah, we didn't really film much. We were just going through the issues.
Yeah.
All little hiccups.
Yeah.
That's the way the game goes.
That's the way she goes.
So it's the next day now. We got the wideband all installed. We ran it through a little grommet down there, through the firewall.
You can see it.
It's right down
right
there. And then that comes in right under the carpet up there.
And so it goes through there. You can kind of see the wire there.
We ran it under
down to the other side,
up through the dash, and then into our cluster. Yeah, so we took out the clock, and there's like a thing that told you if your windows or doors were open. We had to actually keep that though, because it controlled the dash lights back there, so we kind of shoved it back there and hid it, and then this fit in literally perfect.
Yeah.
Couldn't ask for a better fitment.
It's like it was meant to be there.
Yeah.
But yeah, we needed to have that clock in there or else we wouldn't be able to control dash lights. Like we had no dash lights, so we had to plug it in.
And then we ran all the wiring down here under it.
Yeah, we got to clean it up a little bit.
Yeah, I tapped it off of a fuse.
We tapped it off of the ECU fuse, so it's key on power. And then we just grounded it. There's a bolt down there, I just grounded to body ground.
Exactly.
And then now we have it tapped into the ECU, so now we can data log it and see our air fuels. And then it's in a really convenient spot right in the dash so we can see it. Always keep an eye on things.
This morning we were kind of just going through some, trying to find some leaks actually. Had some stuff sprayed up here and on the block. So definitely need a new valve cover gasket. But when we were looking this morning, there's actually gas just squirting right out of here, so we had to tighten the clamp down.
Yeah.
And we're also thinking maybe power steering, 'cause it's getting wet down in this area. And it also did go down a little bit, so we keep driving around and see.
Yeah.
We just kind of sprayed everything with magic, or what is it called?
I sprayed the block down with purple power.
Purple
The
powder,
best
right?
stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, so gave it a clean, so we'll really be able to see where it's coming out of after.
Now we're ready to go out for a tune. We had a little tune session yesterday, went pretty well.
Yeah, 8.5 PSI,
Yeah.
strong.
Yeah. Now we'll fine tune it, maybe put the boost up a little bit.
We just went out for another tune, try and get all the fine tuning down and stuff. Air fuels are looking pretty good. We had a few little adjustments to make, but other than that, Aladdin had that all fixed up.
Not too bad.
We do have some like overheating problems. Like it's not actually overheating, but it's getting super hot and close. We think, or actually,
Yeah, so
Aiden
we
will
think it's
explain
the thermostat because the Hondata was saying we were at 206 consistently. So I just came out to check it, and the top rad hose is super hot and the bottom is cold. So that usually means that your thermostat is stuck closed. It's not recirculating it back into the rad. So we'll have to swap that out because we have the fan. I have it set on all the time so we don't hurt anything.
yeah,
And even then it's
also
still
the
hot.
cabin fans on
Yeah.
too.
Heat on full blast. It's not really ideal, but we'll swap out the thermostat soon.
An update on the 7th gen turbo. So this morning I went out, I disabled, so I put all my cam timing or cam angles at 0, so in VTEC and non-VTEC, and VTEC actuates at 9,000. So, which means I'm not gonna get into VTEC. So I went out this morning, tried that, and I actually got a good couple pulls out of it. I think I was in 7,200 RPM on a data log. I saw everything, and that was like at 6 PSI, and I was flying. Like I scared myself. Definitely the most power this car has had. But I'm going this Wednesday, so in 3 days I'm going to Montreal. I'm going to get it a full tune, dyno tune. I'm just gonna tell them to max out the whole eBay kit and see what we can do from there. We might add a boost controller to add more boost. So yeah, that's where it is right now. And I also did the same thing a couple days, I'd say 2-3 days ago. I did the same thing. So my AEM wideband, I put it in the car when I first had it running with the turbo kit. But this week I wired it into the ECU, so I can actually see lambda overlay and how much fuel to add and take out. It's amazing. So it's the best thing, the best mod that we've done to this car, and we can actually see where we're wrong and where we're right. So, but yeah, like I said, I'm not in VTEC yet, and I'm having fun with it. And like I said, I scared myself, but yeah, there's more to come, and when it's fully tuned, I'll get some full videos. We might even get some later.
Definitely get some footage of the dyno day.
Yeah. Get some, at least one pull on camera, and
Yeah.
we'll see the result and stuff. I don't know what number I'm gonna see, but hopefully it's decent.
350 plus.
What?
350 plus.
I hope. But I don't know. We'll see what happens. Saw Owen's turbo build being finalized, and him and Aiden went out on a tune sesh. So it's running really good, hitting VTEC, rev limiter, everything is good. The only thing that it needs right now is a better, higher bar rating map sensor. so he can get into more boost and actually know where to tune and what to do. Also a new thermostat because he's having a cooling system situation. It's explained earlier in the video. Me and Aiden just went out on a tune session, the 7th gen, the Turbo 7th gen. It's running good, but not optimal. We're hitting VTEC, but it's really, and I'm having fun with it, but the crossover is sometimes weird between VTEC, or low speed non-VTEC and high speed VTEC. So that's the Turbo K 7th gen. There's some bad news. I was gonna go, it might be in the video if Aiden can't edit it out, but I was gonna go to Montreal Wednesday. I'm probably gonna cancel that now because the track has just been closed for, I think they're repaving it, I'm hearing. So I'm not gonna spend all that money on a tune that it's gonna last me a month because it's October and cars are being put away in beginning of November. So I'm just gonna like build, you guys are gonna see this, I'm gonna build over winter something better for the 7th gen and then maybe get it tuned by like professionally in Montreal. But I'm not gonna get it tuned for just a month and not even go to the track. I'd rather just save the money, put it into parts over the winter, just street tune me and Aiden because he's doing a really good job. So that's that. It's sad, but I don't think I'm gonna be going to the dyno. And but yeah, the rest of the video, I hope you guys enjoyed it, and we'll see you in the next one.
Peace.